Okay, is YouTube doing the things with the things that we need to do with the things?
So you are streaming, right? Are you going to be streaming it?
Starting.
Yeah.
Okay, hello, people of Earth. It is me, TNT God, and today I am joined by...
You're joined by Dophanok or Ashfur, as I get called now.
And today we are going to be doing a role play of sorts. So...
Well, it is a role play. It's just a different type than what most people think of.
Would you like to give them the 20-minute or 20-second explanation of this role play, Will?
So basically, two or more people go back and forth creating a world and role-playing as specific characters in the world, but everyone has equal influence in it. There's a basic setup of just rules and stuff that sets up the world, and then people just go free in that. 20-second rundown. Cool. Might not have been very good, but I was rushed.
That was fine. That's fine. So how are we going to do this, first of all?
So I'm going to start by, we're just going to create the world setting, just, what type of shape the world's going to take. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to create our characters that we're going to use in it.
Okay.
After that, we each have equal influence over what happens to the world from that point, but we still must follow the rules that we set up.
Okay. Rules, if you please, and world, if you please.
All right, so I'm setting up the world settings right now. So we need to start with
these are all my servers. Background. If you want to go follow me in any of the servers, here you go.
All right, so for the background, we'll just go...
You can't get into this one. And you can't get into this one. And you cannot get into...
I need to check the...
Or this one. So, have fun. Hello, one viewer. Should I put on music?
No, that'll get us copyright stricken.
Well, not
Besides,
copyrighted.
Still, no.
All right.
Once we have this set up, it'll be nice to keep going.
Right. I'm a rhyming Jedi like my father before me. Talking hat should have put you in Gryffindorky. Are we allowed to speak our actions, or does it solely have to be typed? Yes, my allergies are kicking me in the butt right now, okay? Don't judge me. They're kicking me in the freaking butt right now. You and Gryffindorky. Will I be a rhyming Jedi like my father before me? So well.
Alright, I have the background set up.
Okay.
So now we're going on to the magic.
Put it in the chat.
I'm doing it as all one thing, but if you really want it to be separately...
No, go ahead.
Just do not comment anything until after this is all set up.
Okay. Alright.
So you have the background, narrative for growth, but magic's been influencing things in secret.
Okay, here, I'm going to read it to the folks.
Yeah.
Okay, world setting, background. Standard history of Earth, but magic has been influencing things in secret. From Hitler's death to Egypt's rise of power. Today, there are still a number of magic magic wielders, but the numbers are dying due to lack of focus on bloodlines.
So now we go on to the...
Huh?
So you go on to the magic system.
Okay.
So how exactly do we want this to work? Not Harry Potter system, that's...
I was literally gonna say, we scream spells. Oh, hello, 2 viewers. We literally scream spells and things happen.
Yes, but that system was fine for the Harry Potter universe. But for this, we need something that's better, more concrete, something that works well for adapting to a ton of situations.
What if it'd be like an interpretive dance? Like, okay, like I know you said no Harry Potter, but
no dance either. The magic systems I have seen has been more along the controlling element side of things, but that lacks creativity to do what you want. And also just having the innate ability to control certain amounts of mass at a time, more akin to telekinesis.
Let's do that.
Might be better.
Let's do that. Like, I look at something, no data. Okay, like I look at something, and I'm like, and it levitates.
Up to a certain mass. For instance, you could control, which also means that you can't control
skyscrapers
like,
or anything.
You can't control gravity. You can't control things that don't have a measurable mass on Earth or measurable weight on Earth. So you can't control helium. You can't control.
I can lift like my cell phone or something. So I can lift something like my cell phone or like a chair up to a certain mass.
You can turn it into other things, but it still has to be something that can be easily weighed and measured.
Yes.
Like air, you need to have it contained somehow to measure it well. So you need to be controlling something that contains air.
So like a bottle of an empty bottle has air in it. I can manipulate that. Or does said bottle have to have water or liquid in it to be manipulated?
The object just needs to have a easily measurable weight or mass.
Okay.
Actually, I think weight would be better than mass. Difference is an object's mass doesn't change, but its weight does, depending on where you are. So it needs to have a measurable weight. So you can't control gravity because it doesn't have weight. You can't control time because it has no weight. You can't control stuff like shadows because shadows and light... Actually, light does have a measurable weight, but... you can't control shadows because they have no measurable weight.
Alright. That seems
so
fair
object must have measurable weight. 2, you are limited to what you can physically lift. So for example, if you can't lift more than like 300 pounds, you're not going to be lifting up a car.
Okay, that I figured out. So anything that the character can lift, not Will and Sam specifically, correct? Or are we putting ourselves
our characters?
In this? Okay,
it's our characters.
Yep.
So if our characters are physically fit, which they probably will be, because why wouldn't they be?
Exactly.
Then whatever they can lift up to is what their magic can use. So you can change the object to another object following the above rules.
Guys, I need some help.
4, you cannot enhance or change living creatures' bodies to function better. Or, to function better. Actually, I think just simply leaving it to you cannot enhance living creatures' bodies, so you can't make something stronger or run faster unless you possess the knowledge already, or you somehow know the knowledge of how to actually accomplish that in a realistic means. So if surgery could solve a problem, then magic can if you possess that knowledge. Otherwise, no. If you don't know how to cauterize a wound, then you can't do it with magic. Put it that way.
Okay. So, like, if I know how to fix a car, I can do that with magic, though, right?
Yes. Well, you also have to have the mass available to make the changes. For instance, you could take, like, 50 pounds of wood and then change it into 50 pounds of metal to then fix the car with.
Yeah, but, like, okay, say we're driving along and our car gets a flat tire. Oh, I know how to fix it.
Or actually, for that, you need to know how to make a tire.
Oh, everything we have to create? I thought, like, the car had a spare tire.
If you want to fix something, then you need to know how to fix that exact object or problem. So, like with fixing a car, if there's an oil leak somewhere and you know how to solve that, then you can with magic.
Okay.
With a flat tire, it's not change. Well, actually, you could change the tire with magic if you know how to change the tire. But if you want to fix the tire itself, then you need to know how to make the tire.
Oh. My quote is from my sister, by the way, folks. Quote means, or says, never go in search of love, go in search of life, and life will find you the love you seek. Because I know you asked about that.
Yeah.
It's my sister's quote, my oldest sister. Because she's, I don't want to say too much, but hey, I'll say this: I wouldn't be where I am right now without her. Now, I'm not saying that you didn't help along the way. I'm just saying she has been very, very. She's been a big part of my life. But while we're on the subject of people being a big part of my life, you have been a big part of my life for a while. I'm not saying that in any sexual or gay way. You have just came around and you're like, oh, hey, this kid seems nice. He may be an idiot and an asshole sometimes, but am I right, Will?
Pretty much, yeah.
He may be an idiot and an asshole sometimes, but he seems like a cool kid. I'll keep him around.
So any other limitations or restrictions you want to use on the magic system?
Not that I can think of, no. Put that in there.
Although technically, there must be some form of defense or restriction on just being able to kill whatever we want.
That is true. So I can't just rip a tree out of its roots and throw it at something.
You can't just kill something living, period.
Okay, that makes sense.
So we could say that healthy bodies cannot be damaged, or healthy entities.
Yeah. Healthy entities cannot be damaged. This is a dope beat, Draco. This actually isn't out of left field, guys. This is actually a concept that you've come up with, right? Or that you have done with your friends and stuff.
This thing, This has been around a really long time. I picked it up online somewhere, and those people picked it up online somewhere, so on and so forth. It's been around for, like, over 2 decades.
Yep.
They were doing this in the 90s.
It's kind of like D&D, almost.
No.
Except D&D is with characters, and you create a character and you act in the world that the DM creates, but you act in that character.
This has a very different feel than D&D.
Oh, I'm sure we're going to...
And the acting as a character is role-playing in general.
Yes. What was my default character? My default character was act like an asshole and suck up whenever I messed up. That's pretty much how it went, right? No? But in D&D, there are 2 alignments that you can't play. That I've learned only DMing with Will. That you cannot play. That is...
What you can play as neutral. I feel it does not actually exist. Some people argue that it does. They have legitimate arguments for it. It comes down to personal preference.
Let me
I don't
rephrase
like neutral.
that.
I don't feel like it's a legitimate thing.
That is true. But let me rephrase that. For him and his homebrew, how he does his things, his house rules, he doesn't believe that neutral is a good alignment because you can't. True neutral is an alignment, and he doesn't believe that chaotic evil is a true alignment because in chaotic evil you have no control over your character at all. The DM has complete and utter control over your character. So if the DM says you slit your wrist, you slit your freaking wrist. And I'm sorry to go that dark, but if he says you take your pants off and you run out in the middle of the crowd and you're going, oh, yeah, you're doing it. Am I right or am I wrong?
I think you're right.
Taking it too far? Okay. Objects
I just added a couple things.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Objects must have measurable weight. You are limited to what you can physically lift. You can change the object to another object following the above rules. You cannot enhance living creatures' bodies. So that means I cannot give myself implants or something or anything like that.
No, you can't. You can't just make yourself smarter or just make yourself move faster.
Okay.
Just unless, of course, you possess the knowledge to do that.
True.
In which case, it's similar to surgery. So surgery has to realistically accomplish that.
Isn't there something in Rifts where you can have,
yeah, they have
like, it's bionics, isn't it?
Yeah, cybernetics.
Yeah, cybernetics. That's it. You must possess the knowledge to fix the problems you wish to solve. So, like I posed with the changing tire thing. I have to know.
You can change a flat tire with magic, but you cannot fix the tire with magic unless you know how to make a tire.
Exactly. Magic is passed down genetically, and both parents must have the ability to use magic. So it can't be like frickin' Harry Potter, where one parent is, I hate to say this, but a mudblood, and your other parent is a pureblood, whatever the saying is, you're a half-blood. Anyway,
You like no, none of that half-blood crap. Either you have magic or you don't. Both parents must have magic to pass down to you, hence 6.5.
So either you're Harry and Ron, or you're Hermione, okay? No, either you're Harry or you're nothing. Anyway.
Either you have it or you don't.
Exactly.
And both parents must have magic for you to have it as well.
Exactly. Healthy living entities cannot be changed or manipulated directly. Okay?
Hence, you can't just kill someone just because you change their throat or something. No.
Exactly. No creating matter that doesn't exist or hasn't existed. So I can't create the fermenta bomb from story mode, Minecraft story mode. That's basically what that's saying.
You can't create like magical force field. No, you have to use something that already exists.
Exactly.
And then you just can't create life. Modern day scientists can't create life.
When you say create life, that doesn't mean I can do it in the bedroom, right? Because that technically is
we're staying
life.
Away from that.
We're staying away.
We're staying away from anything sexual.
Okay. On to characters, right?
Of course. Well, I guess no creating life is if you possess the knowledge for how to, I have sperm impregnate an egg, then sure, go ahead, but
you gotta find
you can't just create. You can't just create a dog and then have it magically start living. You can't animate a coffee mug.
Why won't you flip over, coffee mug? I filled you up with coffee. I gave you what you wanted. Just flip, please. Flip, Flipsy.
Yes, that's something to add to 2.5. Or to create a 2.5.
What? What? Oh, I can't fill an object? Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, okay, hold on. Will's got it, folks. And when I say the folks, that's what I call my audience. I don't know if I told you that. I love the folks.
Made the edit.
No launching or throwing objects faster or farther than you can throw it.
So you can't launch a rocket into space because no.
Alright. That's fair enough.
It's beyond your physical capabilities, so you can't.
Alright.
That also helps limit the you can't launch an arrow with magic because you can't make it go fast enough throwing it to do any serious damage over distance.
Okay, that makes sense.
You can't just pick up a bunch of shrapnel and shoot it at people without an actual gun or cannon.
So actually, I'm gonna make my character not in the magic world. But okay, so question.
That's the whole point of this.
I understand that, but I'm making it easier. Okay, all right. Well, I guess I gotta do.
No, it's as long as you follow these rules, you can do anything you want with magic.
All right. I was gonna say something.
Like these rules stop you from being able to levitate yourself unless you can lift your body weight on top of whatever platform you have underneath you.
That is true. So what's next? Characters now, or is there anything else we need to set up?
We have the background, the magic system, well, with the standard history of Earth, and with modern day science being the baseline.
So basically, what has ever happened in our history has happened in this history.
And
except
it's just
for the magic.
History has been changed by magic, like
yes, slightly
death and so on. It hasn't changed at all. It's just magic was what caused stuff to happen.
Yep.
UFO sightings was just magic.
Yep.
Wars have been
Mommy,
won and lost because of magic.
Mommy, what's that UFO?
Oh,
honey,
don't worry about that. It's just your father. He's playing with stuff again.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Okay, so what is it? Establishing our characters now, I think, right? No?
It'd be character creation now.
Okay. So, could I base my character loosely off of me? Make it easy.
Base your character off whatever you want. Hold on, let me just create a basic, like...
Yeah. Do an example. Do an example.
Character sheet, essentially.
Yeah. Huh. Remember the days of having to actually take a whole lunch period just to figure out our character sheets? Or, like, not a whole lunch period. A whole 2 lunch periods. Maybe even 5. Just to figure out our character sheets for D&D. And half the time we wouldn't even play because people would like to drag their feet and not do what they were supposed to do. Don't you remember those days? Well, my God. But riffs, didn't we take like 5 weeks?
It took weeks. It took weeks to get everyone's character sorted out.
Well, you got to keep in mind, we only had
it's more
2
complex.
sessions. Well, but we only gathered 2 days a week.
Yes, but we also only had so many books, and everyone was new to the system. It's more complicated. Exactly. People need to have it explained to them what exactly they're looking for in the books.
No, legit.
Huge hassle.
Honestly, I enjoyed when you melded and welded together riffs, like the properties of riffs in the D&D world. You know, like we had guns in D&D, dude. That was amazing.
Yes.
I will be down to do another play like that anytime. You give me a call, I'll set up my cameras, we'll do everything.
Maybe in the future I'll eventually do riffs online with various friends and people.
Give me a shout, please. I will be more than willing. I'm gonna set up my cameras. I'm gonna have one angled down at the character sheet in the my dice. I'm gonna have one
right now
me, recording my screen, everything.
Yeah. Location. I'm sorry this is taking a while. It's
No.
I'm trying to think of what makes sense to put on a character sheet in this setting.
You're not bothering me at all. Kid Draco. Quit Audacity.
Alright, I think that's it.
Name, gender, magic user or not, location, positive traits, negative traits, looks. Oh, okay.
And education.
Alright.
What level of education you get? Because that will... And for education doesn't matter what degrees or whatever you've got. So put under your traits, your positive or negative traits, also include a couple of... Or what your character's main skills are.
Okay.
I know mechanic isn't exact. Actually, that is kind of a trait, isn't it?
Yeah. So he's gonna be a version of me that I've always wanted to be. So he's just gonna be me, basically.
So, yeah.
Oh shoot! I wanted to like go down instead of hold on. Delete message.
Hold on, wait for me to make mine
go,
first, so like you can just see what I'm doing.
Yep.
So as far as name goes, let's do this. You'll get the joke.
That was loud. I started up a quick game of Pac-Man, and it played the song. Oh god. Okay. What do you mean I'll get the joke?
Yeah, the joke of my character's name, hopefully. Location.
Is it a joke that I would easily pick up on though?
Oh, probably. You've seen it before, guaranteed. So where do we want this to take place?
In America, obviously.
What about close to America? What about on the border? Like, what if you had it take place like just south of like Ottawa or something? We're close to the states, not too close. We can influence the states if we want.
You said on the border, and I thought the Mexican border.
Oh, no.
Let's try the border between the USA and Canada because you are Canadian.
All right, let's go with Ottawa.
Is that a place in Canada?
That's Canada's capital.
Oh! I don't know. Oh god, I'm trapped. Dang it.
And it is near. It's like I think it's either half an hour or an hour and a half away from the border. It's not too far.
Border.
So positive traits. Hmm.
Joe Biden versus Barack Obama. Christopher Paul Bacon? Who's Chris Bacon? Oh.
Do you get the joke?
Barely.
Bacon. How do you normally say, or when you have to say someone's full name in a legal way, how do you usually say it?
Oh, Christopher Paul Bacon. No?
Chris P. Bacon.
Did you please say you heard me hit my desk? Please.
Yes.
Okay. That makes it even funnier. Amazing.
It's crispy bacon.
Crispy bacon. Okay, he's just gonna be me though. This guy is just gonna be me.
We're just going to assume that our characters are fit and
how do I
able to lift X amount of weight. I figured it wasn't necessary on the character sheet. Alright, no, just delete that.
How do I go down without going without?
So just you see how I did mine, right?
Yeah.
I put name character sheet. So you would do that. You would do like TNT God's character sheet. And then it doesn't really matter. You can just enter it. I don't really care. It's because I'm on an iPad that I'm able to hit return without sending the message. Oh wait, try shift returning.
Hold on. Oh, that's it.
Alright, and then you do hashtag character name, shift return, and then just continue on down the list.
Okay, gender. Male. I'll be a magic user.
And then just put down the name of the city from wherever your character lives. Doesn't need to be Ottawa. Could be somewhere in the States and they're just visiting Ottawa or something. Doesn't really matter.
I've always wanted
That's
to
actually
be from
probably
Canada.
best.
Or I always wanted to be from California. Or always wanted to visit California.
So you could say you're from like San Diego or something.
I'll put Los Angeles. Los Angeles. Cool.
Cool is not a trait.
Would nice be a trait?
Yes. Nice, polite,
Nice,
kind, caring, understanding, compassionate. And again, just
helpful.
And also put down just if they. I'm assuming they're educated. What level of education they got? Just edit it. Just
I am editing it. Yep.
Yeah.
Negative traits. Dumbass.
That's not a negative trait.
Asshole.
Sure.
Asshole. What else? Rude.
Being an asshole is being rude.
Oh,
That's
okay.
kind of repetitive. You don't need to have multiple. I just prefer putting down multiple.
Alright.
Because
what's next? Average white dude.
Looks.
Looks.
What do you look like? I look like my character looks like an average white dude. So he's pasty, got shorter hair.
Fat.
We're assuming these guys are fit.
Oh, okay.
There are some fat, fit dudes out there, but
short hair.
for the sake of this roleplay.
Beard. What else? University, right? Or education.
Yeah, education.
High
What
school.
level of education?
I just went to high school.
So your guy he graduated from high school and that's it?
Yep. Like I said, he's based off of me.
In which case is... Alright. So now that we've got the character sheet...
He knows computers, so... So is there things that can be understood like, oh, I have my phone on me. Oh, I have money on me. Like, or does that come with being in the role play? Like a situation comes up and I just pull out money. Or no, that can't happen.
Okay, this is a little bit too long, so I'm just gonna go.
Well,
we're just going to assume that if we need to do something, we have the money for it. For example,
all right.
If it's small things, reasonable.
Okay, like food or something like that. But I'm not gonna go out and buy a car, you know.
Yeah, no.
But if we have food for like groceries and stuff like that, so. All right. Okay, are we starting? 41 minutes into the stream, we're starting.
Yeah.
That's fine. No, I'm not yelling. I'm just saying.
We created the background, the magic system, and our character sheets.
Okay. So
all right. So to start off,
let's have it where we find each other.
I'll start us off with this then.
All right.
Also, when you're doing this, you use third person past tense whenever you're referring to yourself. So, for example, instead of saying I am walking down the street,
he was walking.
I would say
Crispy Bacon was walking down the street. Be walking down the street, singing to my beats. Shit to my face, but you get smacked. Chris is walking down the street in Iowa, looking to purchase a donut from a Tim Hortons just around the corner.
So something important is every once in a while you want to use your character's name instead of he or him.
Okay.
And if our characters are interacting with each other and you would say he blank 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 him or whatever, your character name is also important then. Just for lack of confusion. So you'll notice in my first sentence there, no he's or hims in there. So you have the same for yours. So now your response, what are you doing? Where are you in relation to me? Just a quick 1 or 2 sentences.
I don't know I don't know how to follow that. You threw me a ball away.
You said Tim Hornets.
What?
It's Hortons.
Tim Hortons.
Please edit that.
Sorry to your Canadian ears, dude. I mean, does that make sense though?
Yep, that's the kind of response that's expected until we get more into it, into the setting and that sort of thing.
Well, he wants a coffee and a donut, but he's just starting out with his coffee this morning. I'm assuming this is morning, right?
Yeah, we'll say morning in like the spring.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So winter's over, really cold winter, lots of snow as usual.
Because it snows every frickin' day in Canada.
So, the outdoor, if you're from California, that means that for your character, it is still flippin' cold. But for all the Canadians, wearing shorts and t-shirts.
So he's bundled up in his jacket and everything. This is out of character though. But seriously, there are people that it's like 50-degree weather in Florida. They're wearing their coats and stuff. Here in Maryland, that's where I live, is we're in our shorts, we're in our t-shirts, and we're in our flip-flops. Okay, we're back. I'm back in it now. But for realsies, though, I have never had.
Americans are always so out of place in Tim Hortons, though.
I know, because we don't know what to order. We don't know what to order.
Painfully obvious when it's un-American. Well, how they're dressed and everything, it's always obvious.
Yeah.
Either you have a condition, or you're American.
How do I follow that?
Well, you're purchasing a coffee.
He already had... Hold on a second.
That line implies... The reason why it's past tense... This is where it's confusing. The reason why it's past tense is so that I can interrupt you in the action. Since I didn't, however, we're assuming that since you said purchasing a coffee, instead of saying had purchased, it implies that you were doing the action. So you were either still doing the action or you're now going to finish it and do something else.
I'm leaving it open in a broad spectrum to let you shine here because this is your thing.
That's the thing, though. I'm experienced, so I know how to flexibly react to whatever you say. So you can be as specific as you want.
As an actor, your job is to make your scene partner shine like the frickin' stars. Okay.
That's just it. This is equal opportunity. I may have created the world mainly on my own. We are both characters in it, and we both have equal influence over the events that occur. So if you want to start implementing slowly something into this to appear later, you can. You can start seeding, someone just randomly went missing or stuff like that.
To be honest, I'm half expecting you to go sit at the table. To be honest, I'm half expecting you.
Polite Canadians wouldn't do that.
Honest to freaking God, though, Canadians have got to be the nicest people to ever come across, okay? Will was one of the most nicest people I have ever come across, and he happens to be Canadian.
I also happen to be a bit of an asshole.
Sometimes.
I'm the least nice Canadian, well, one of the least nice Canadians you'll probably meet. I'm just not that open to other people.
Drunk idiot. My God, drunk.
My God.
Oh my God.
Even that even you agreed that was too much.
I know when to screw around, and I know when it's time to get my hands dirty and put my gloves on and go out and do something. Put my gloves on, put my boots on, and go out and do something. He did not know that in any way, shape, or form. But can you agree that when it is serious time, I drop all the fun and games and we actually get something done? Can you agree to that?
Occasionally you manage to focus,
but
not always, which irritated me. But hey, you weren't the worst person with drunk idiot around. Oh my
god. Drunk idiot made me look like an A+ student.
Seriously, that was bad.
And we weren't even the ones that dragged him into this. It was Ben that dragged him into it. Like,
and then
God.
There's also Cannibal Dude that I invited.
You invited him, so he was your problem. I mean, technically we were all your problem, but he was.
At least he did. So he didn't slow us down. He did contribute when I asked him to. He just didn't interact much. And he finally left because he didn't feel super comfortable putting himself out in the group.
Me, I was an idiot, and I was like, okay, well, if this happens, then it happens. I mean, hey, whoa. I mean, it is what it is. The time Hortons was being slow, but Chris was fine with that. He patiently waited until it was his turn. Then he ordered a Boston cream. I love Boston cream.
Tim Hortons. And yeah, Boston creams are a bit different in Tim Hortons than other places, but
I mean, have you ever had a Dunkin' donut filled with Boston cream? Oh my god, dude. So amazing.
It's awful.
It's awesome. Anyway.
Yeah, Tim Hortons does better.
Is this out of character, though? Is this out of norm?
Is what out of norm?
Hold on.
Well, think about your character is... Okay, no, okay, you're gonna have to change your character traits, though, because you can't be nice, helpful, and an asshole.
See, that's the conflicting part.
You can't do that.
I can't do this? No? Okay.
No. The nice and helpful, also being an asshole, that's direct contradiction. No. You either have to change the nice part or the asshole part. You're one or the other. You can't be both.
Well, can I not have any negative traits then?
You have to have at least one. There's at least one thing with your character. It could even be an annoying habit or tick.
There.
That he does.
Talks too much. There we go. Anyway.
In which case, now you need to make sure that your character talks too much.
Okay. He can
If
ramble.
it never comes up, then...
He's just like me. He likes to ramble. He likes to talk a lot. Okay. So does this make sense? Can I do that in this fictional reality? As Sam sits at his table,
you need to change the word, or it needs to be past tense as well. So it would be as Sam sat at his table, he looked for a new friend. The one you have there is grammatically incorrect and is not exactly third person.
But the C, I can do that though.
Past tense. You can do that, but it has to be the past tense.
Like that.
Yes. You have to get used to it's third person past tense so that I can interrupt your action if I want to or need to. And then that way also actions occur at the same time.
Okay.
Which makes it flow smoother than D&D, especially with D&D's combat system where I move 30 feet. Alright, now I'm going to stand still while everyone else moves 30 feet around me.
Exactly. 6 seconds. One turn is 6 seconds.
So a person pointed out that technically you could kill something while being killed and then have been resurrected before you actually got killed in the same 6 seconds. And that's just... How are you brought back from the dead before you die?
No. In my time of playing, I have never seen that. That is a
Some
thing.
people have. Some people have seen it where they kill something while being killed and got resurrected before they actually died, so they're still fine at the end of the round. It's like, that can't happen.
How long is the round in D&D?
In D&D, the rounds are... I think they're supposed to be like 10 seconds each.
A turn is 6 seconds, so.
Well,
each turn.
A turn would be 10 seconds.
Oh.
Is it actually 6 seconds? Do you get 10? No, I thought it was 10 seconds. Riffs was 6.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure D&D was 10.
I'm sorry.
I might be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure D&D was the 10 seconds. I could be wrong there, though.
My bad.
Don't fact check me.
I wasn't going to. So what are you going to do? I'm trying to look for you. Or do we already know each other?
Oh, we might not. That's for you to decide. You can't control my actions, but as far as our relationship goes, you can influence that if you want.
Okay. I'm afraid that if I try and push something, you're gonna throw it in the opposite direction.
And I could if I wanted to, or I could not. That's the fun of this. We can throw things around. See, the more ideas I deny of yours, that just gives you more of an excuse to throw away ideas of mine. So that's where this balance comes in, where we have to be accepting of some, deny other ideas that we don't like, and just find a nice balance.
Well, see, the number one rule of improv is you have to go along with what your scene partner says. So if your feet if you're on the planet Mars and your feet are on fire, you better commit to your feet being on fire.
But with this, you have partially the director role as well, where you can just straight up say no, that's not going to happen,
yeah,
or that hasn't happened, or whatever you want. In the Among Us server, Whiskey's doing a live stream for her art as she draws. So once we're done here, I might pop over to that, take a look. The profile picture that I have is actually done by Whiskey as an early Christmas present.
Oh, cool.
She's very good. I've told her multiple times she could get commissions if she wanted to.
Whether I succeed is up to you.
Yeah.
This is actually fun, dude, because this is very, like, therapeutic. Because you have to think, but you're also going off of the other character. So you're just sitting here waiting for the idea to be thrown at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I always enjoyed doing this. I don't know why I really stopped doing it on Discord.
I love the one that you sent me, though. Like, you have to have that top line, or it means something completely different.
Oh, yeah. What makes it even worse is that it's the equivalent of an adult and a small child interacting.
Exactly. That's the part that sucks. Or that's the part that makes it even more funny, though. What do you think my coffee is? Do you think it's black, or do you think there's some cream and sugar in
it? That's just the most Canadian line I've ever written. You have to admit that's pretty Canadian.
It is. Hold on, I got something to fire back. Hold on.
Keep in mind though, you are American, so you can't use Canadian phrases or mannerisms.
I'm not putting. Hold on.
But you can see even after just a couple of messages, you can see how this is nice. It's relaxing. It's enjoyable. And we haven't even really gone anywhere yet. This is just a morning interaction.
Exactly. I hadn't noticed. Traffic's bad, eh? I hadn't noticed. Would that be an American thing to say, or no? Oh my God!
Now this kind of leaves it up to me to decide how bad it was, or this could be the lead up to a joke.
I'm making you shine here, dude. So you take it wherever you want to go, and I'll figure out something. See, this is why I love improv so much. If there's anything you know about me, I love my improv. I really do. Because you have to think on your feet. It's like, okay, you're driving toward a truck and it's coming at you. Excuse me. It's coming at you full speed. Okay, what do? Do you stay in line of the truck or do you swerve? Oh, I swerve.
The joke here is that traffic being bad is you had to wait for one car to cross the road. Which, I lived in a town where if there's more than 3 cars at a light, that was odd. It was super busy traffic.
It's true, though. He could walk, right? No?
And for your previous line there, what if I don't drive, Chris? You would either have a comma or you wouldn't include my name. That's how an actual person would talk.
Oh, okay, all right. Sorry, I'm new to this stuff.
Yeah, but your dialogue would be realistic. Your conversations should follow a realistic curve. Your behavioral patterns should remain consistent, maybe with small changes.
Who knows? I could live on the same side of the road as the coffee shop. Never know.
Oh, I forgot to put...
That's fine.
It's not fine. They're necessary. It signifies dialogue. And it's because it's Discord I became lax. Normally I don't give myself the liberty to do any of that.
I don't usually do it either.
That sentence makes no sense.
I am starting to think that drive here. Hold on.
It doesn't make sense to you either.
Hold on. It has to be past tense, right?
Past tense. Well, if this is a conversation, in which case it can be present tense, but in this case, unless you imply that Chris regularly drives there,
I am starting to think that you
it would be
drove
just
here.
this one time.
No,
that wouldn't be a question. That would be a statement.
Oh.
Period, not a question mark.
There. I can assure you I walked and I waited for a lot of traffic.
Oh yeah, so much, man.
So
one
much,
car, man, it was so busy. There's a
Hold on, wait, I got a line for that. Nice. So, how are the kids? If you have any. Don't make this morbid and crazy, dude, please. Oh. It's the most recent unlucky woman. Wedding band, wedding ring, they're band and ring are used interchangeably. They're both the same thing. You know that.
They are actually different, but in this case it doesn't really matter.
And did you know that the wedding ring actually goes on the left hand? Did you know that? The left ring finger? Did you know that? It's the hand that's closest to the heart, which is why it goes on the left hand. And I say tungsten to be specific because it is a black ring instead of gold.
Holy crap! This person on a server has been playing Roblox for 2 hours. Another person's been playing Minecraft on the Xbox for almost 2 hours as well. You'll need to clean up that sentence a bit. It doesn't make too. I can't make too much sense of it.
I would have made you my best man, but you wouldn't answer the phone when I called. When I called you, hold on.
You also need to put in the punctuation.
Hold
Please
on.
capitalize your eyes.
Answer the phone.
Just to avoid confusion, I prefer cleaned up grammar.
I called the 52 times. There, hold on. And there.
Shouldn't it be when I called you 52 times instead of the? Because I don't think that's a sentence a normal person would say. I would have made you my best man, but you wouldn't answer the phone when I called you. Yep, there you go.
Oh, so shoot, I gotta make my wife appear somewhere.
No, it's fine. You don't need to.
I mean, she could just stand there and have no dialogue. Unless I talk for her.
Perfect. I don't feel like I deserve this. This seems too good to be true, but I don't care. It's totally worth it.
This is where the first hints of magic are coming into play. If that was a bit too subtle for you.
The police were getting suspicious of that number. I had to get a new one.
Which also implies that they've used magic together before, or have known of each other using magic. But in public, you wouldn't directly say that. This is where subtlety isn't your strongest point.
I don't know if that's how that's supposed to go, but with the dash there.
And you're missing punctuation again.
Oh my god, dude.
Not just a period at the end.
Better?
Again,
And it goes inside the air quotes, right?
Let me see how I think it should be.
So it doesn't go like this. It goes on the inside. Right?
That's how it should, or how I think it should be.
Okay.
Maybe even a comma between the come on and dude.
Okay.
But if you put in the comma, then you change the exclamation mark to a period.
Alright. So you want me to redo that or no? Or is that
Just
fine?
add in the question mark at the very least between police and no, between again and dude.
State of mind, because right now I'm in my brain, just trying to survive. Got you in my thoughts every day and night. My thoughts, they just taking flight. Destroy my mind like Kurt Cobain. Make life an uphill fight. Thought our future was bright. Guess I'll always be the lonely kid. I'm off in the light. Drown my pain in codeine and some Sprite. We'll never be alright. Yeah,
whoa, hold on a second. Whoa. Okay, how do I spell exactly?
Exactly.
Got it. If you say a pornographic photo of my dick, we are going to have problems. Or I mean, of my wee hole. I mean, of my fun stick. Back on my Mercedes Benz. Oh, that one. Didn't I send you some? Oh, I need to type it.
Yes, all typed. That way it's a recording. We haven't even done that much.
We haven't.
But this is something that if we aren't both online, we can still keep sending the messages at the very least.
Oh, that one.
So these continue back and forth slowly over time. One of them I'm in right now has been going on for like 5 months.
Oh. But that's on Scratch, right?
Yeah. I'm just thinking how this is going to get irritating fast, but it's how it should be.
Hold on, leave it there. Hold on. Oh, damn it.
Well, at least you know what changes need to be made. But
there, better.
This will eventually help you, because if you try to do this kind of role-playing elsewhere, having the grammatical structure, spelling, punctuation, capitalization, all that, it makes you seem better, more experienced, and more capable of this kind of roleplay.
Yeah.
I avoid people who don't capitalize their I's.
I can't
the
help
plague
that,
on Scratch.
There we go. Finally. Okay. So please stop asking. Exactly my point. Don't do that.
If I'm being honest, for this kind of roleplay, this is actually a lot for just one day. We've been doing this for almost 40 minutes. "29 messages have been sent." So I'll send one more, and then lead him with this.
Where is this taking place at? Is this okay? This is in Canada because of Tim Hortons. Right.
Ottawa. And if you're from California, you wouldn't have a place in Ottawa.
I meant hotel. Or wherever I'm staying. So technically my place. Wherever I'm staying is technically my place. Because I want to play some video games.
Alright, this is it for me for now. So you need to put a stopping point on it at some point. We've spent now almost 2 hours focusing, or an hour and a half at least, focusing on this.
Bless you.
Yeah, excuse me.
Put in an action line, or put in a transition thing, because you're better doing that. Like, oh, we
Normally
leave the coffee shop and go to.
With this kind of thing, I delete that "alright, let's go," because if you're just going to agree, so just delete that real quick, and I'll put in what you should put in for this kind of thing.
I don't know how to say that in past tense.
Yeah, just delete that line.
Okay. Samadin.
TS stands for time skip.
Time skip.
Just be a time skip until we get to Chris's place.
Okay. All right.
Actually, that's grammatically incorrect. It would actually be like this.
All right. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching.
So,
thank you to Will for joining me, and we might pick this up again tomorrow. I don't know.
If we do continue doing this, the next stream, I prefer to advance this a little bit further until it reaches a more interesting point to go back and forth, because right now it's still just introducing.
Yeah, we're gonna play more off camera. I say play, but we're gonna do more off camera and see how far we get. So, if there is a progression, I'll try and give a brief skim of what we've done in between.
A major progression. However, knowing how these go, we might finish with the scene at Chris's place, and then that'll be it.
Knowing us,
because that alone could take over a week to do.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you to Will for joining me, or Ashfur. And you have any parting words to say, Will?
Not particularly. This was fun. I'm going to enjoy doing this again.
Yes.
And hopefully we'll do more somewhat soon.
Yep.
So
right.
I'll leave you to do your intro. Goodbye.
Outro.
Yeah, I'll leave you to do your outro. Bye.
Bye. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow, more than likely. All right. Love you all, and God is great, and you guys have fun.